A young, impressionable teen is courted and then molested by a troop leader that he looked up to. That's according to a new lawsuit filed against the Boy Scouts of America. Good evening. I'm Christina Anderson.
I'm Sam Shane. CBS 13's Ian Schwartz joins us live now at the Boy Scouts Sacramento chapter to break down this lawsuit for us. Ian?
Sam, the lawsuit names the local chapter of the Boy Scouts and also the National Boy Scouts of America. And it says a troop leader, they didn't keep a close enough eye on him, and a teen ended up getting molested because of it.
As far as what happened, I was groomed. I didn't know it.
A young Eagle Scout, who we will call John because he is still a minor, flanked by his dad and lawyer, is telling his story of sexual abuse at the hand of a Boy Scout assistant troop leader.
I joined Scouts with the image that, you know, I'm going to help little old ladies across the street, carry groceries for people, help people.
But what John found instead was Justin Hendrick, an assistant troop leader in Redding, who is now serving time in state prison for molesting John and another minor in 2010 at a party. The abuse surfaced after John's dad, a retired sheriff's deputy, found a love letter from Hendrick to his son, who was 15 at the time. Hendrick was an adult.
This couldn't happen in Boy Scouts. I was an assistant scoutmaster, and I couldn't believe that this happened.
Now John is suing the Boy Scouts of America and the local chapter, the Golden Empire Council, saying several people knew Hendrick had sexual contact with minors and they did nothing about it.
There was rules in place, and those rules were broken, and people knew they were broken and still did nothing about it.
Rules like not letting an adult scout leader be alone with a minor, something that happened many times with the victim and Hendrick. We tried to get an interview from the Golden Empire Council and were emailed this statement from Chuck Brasfield, Scout executive. He said, quote, "While we can't comment on the specifics of the lawsuit, this behavior runs counter to everything for which the Boy Scouts of America stands," end quote. While John and his family are seeking monetary damages for the sexual abuse, this young victim says it's about letting other kids that may be in his place know it's okay to talk.
It's okay to come forward. It's not easy. It's a terrible experience. But unless you say something, it'll never get better.
Now, I talked to the victim's father today, and he says he's still very active in the Boy Scouts, in this chapter. And I said, well, after the horrible things you said happened, how can you do that? He says, I'm there to keep an eye on the other adults to make sure no children are harmed. Very interesting aside from him.
All right, Ian Schwartz live in Sacramento for us tonight. Ian, thank you. New at 5.